Hi, this is AJ. Welcome to episode 137 of Here's What I Watched. In this episode, I want to talk about the Jon Favreau and Sofía Vergara movie Chef, which was actually written and directed by Jon Favreau. I like this movie a lot. I definitely recommend it. I've actually seen it before, but now that I've had the chance to rewatch it, I'd like to talk about it. And what the movie's about? Well, it's about a very talented but frustrated chef who works at a high-end restaurant in Los Angeles. He's very good at what he does, but he feels a little stifled by all the constraints put on him by the owner of the restaurant. And after a very bad review inadvertently leads to him having a very public feud with the critic who wrote it, he ultimately ends up having a complete meltdown right there in the middle of the restaurant. So at that point, he decides he needs to step away from fine dining for a bit, and he takes a completely different path. He gets his hands on a very old food truck and teams up with his young son and a good friend. And after they clean the truck up and get it working properly, they go on the road and start serving some very simple but very tasty street food that they're very passionate about. Mainly Cuban sandwiches, but a few other things too. And man, be ready for this movie to make you hungry because my mouth was watering all over the place every time I saw them making one of those sandwiches. But once they get going, the movie works really well as a road movie. Not the kind of road movie where they're trying to get from point A to point B in so many days and oh no, how many things are going to go wrong. It's not a race against the clock or anything. For the most part, things go right, very right. The food is great. They're selling out everywhere they stop. And thanks to his son promoting them on social media, they've got people, sometimes long lines of people, making a point of showing up to buy the food everywhere they stop. And they become kind of a big deal. Not that nothing goes wrong, there's plenty of conflict, but most of the conflict they're hitting you with in the first act, and the rest of the movie is more of a pretty relaxing wish fulfillment fantasy, where you're seeing him not just reconnect with food, but reconnect with his son and learn how to be a better father. Chef is rated R, but it's surprisingly wholesome. Yeah, there's some bad language and things talked about, but you don't see any actual sex or violence, and a big chunk of the movie feels like you're watching a family film. It gives you plenty to look at. You can't take your eyes off the food, and I thought the payoff at the end of it was just about perfect. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend the movie.